312.189. Sir, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, and then we need to go ahead and give this gentleman a trial date. The question I have got for you is that will you waive your right to a speedy trial?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, he's to a speedy trial, Your Honor.
Oh,
And specifically, he's also pleading not guilty based upon reason of insanity. So I want to make that clear pursuant to statute. We have 21 days prior to trial to make that announcement, but it'd be not guilty by reason of insanity.
okay. Hold on, let me get my calendar up. When do you guys want to do this? I've got April 29th, and I know I've got that one done. Here's what we're both to right.
That's fine, Your Honor.
That works for Stu.
Well, hold on, let me get that. Just make sure. Let's come on. Ready. That will work? Okay. Clock start. I can promise you 2 full days and 3 half days a week. So how long do you think the case will take to trial?
Your Honor, I would say a week and a half to 2 weeks, given the NGRI plea.
Okay, 2 weeks? Put it down for 2 weeks. Okay, April 29th, and that would be an 8:30 start.
Well, there you have it. He's taken the insanity defense, which frankly, I don't know if I blame him. What else can he do? It's all caught on camera, and he is facing basically more than a lifetime locked up with all of those felonies. So he's got his life, so to speak, on the line. We're gonna hear a little bit more from his attorneys here about how they are looking at taking this insanity plea. So with that, let's jump in. Also, I was surprised that they're not waiving a speedy trial, and it looks like they're aiming to have it by April 29th. So it looks like they're looking to jump in. Let's go listen to what their attorneys have to say.
Family members, I came to find out that he suffered from severe paranoid schizophrenia. Prior to this incident, and at the date of the incident, he was without his medication. So without being on his medication, he suffered from this mental defect, and this unfortunate incident happened. Bottom line, at trial, we'll be able to prove, because of his mental defect, that he suffered under a delusional state. That delusional state caused him not to be aware of the nature and circumstances of his actions. And lastly, it made him not be able to conform with the law and understand the consequences of what he did. And so you heard the trial date, I believe, is April 29th. We'll be prepared. Hopefully there's a lot of medical records that we have to get and hire an expert in regards to his condition, but we'll be ready for trial. I'll take any questions.
Will he be able to help in his own defense?
Yes, he has been very helpful in his own defense up to date. Right, as you know, he's in prison right now, and so I have to make several trips up to the prison to talk to him. But he's been very, he's competent enough to go ahead and proceed with trial.
Has mental competency ever been a question in the past? Because he has pled guilty to battery charges before.
Yes, in all of his cases, it's been an issue. And during the grand jury testimony, even the judge Holtis alluded to that she was aware of his mental issues.
He had been through competency hearings previously.
I'm not sure of that, but I will look into that.
Is he receiving any type of mental treatment while he's in prison?
Yes, he's under his normal medication now while he's up there in prison.
Can you explain the legal difference between being incompetent to stand trial and pleading guilty by reason of insanity?
Yeah, that's a good question. In regards to the competency to stand trial, he has to be able to help me participate in his own defense, be able to testify if need be, and just understand what's going on and the legal consequences of what's going on. In regards to insanity at the time of the incident, basically, the law is very clear as to what needs to be proven. It has to be a delusional act or mindset, and it causes him not to be aware of the nature and circumstances of what he did and not bring his behavior in compliance with the law. So basically, he was out of his mind and not in control of what he was doing.
Does he remember the incident?
The thing that he remembers is a marshal hitting him in the side of his head and then telling him to get up.
Okay, we're gonna skip the ending of that for right there. But as you can see, they're taking the insanity defense. They're going to, of course, say that he was not on his medication. They're going to bring in their experts. Of course, the prosecution is going to bring in their experts. The classic, expert versus expert testimony. They're saying it's going to be a 2-week trial. Hard for me to understand how it can be a 2-week trial. I mean, I get with the prosecution, they're going to subpoena all of those witnesses, and maybe that's why. But there's something that sticks out that I'm going to play for you now, which is, again, they're taking the defense, and his attorney just said that, to quote, all he remembers is being hit on the head by the deputy and nothing else. But his own words really clearly state otherwise. Let's go back to this recording that I have. Let's play it.
Told them, quote, "Judge has it out for me. Judge is evil," asking one marshal if what he did was wrong, saying, quote, "I'm sorry you guys had to see that." At the Clark County Detention Center, Redden reportedly spat in the face of a corrections officer. While he was being strip searched, corrections officers heard him utter the words, "He had a bad day," and tried to kill the judge today.
I want to say to incriminate yourself, I had a bad day. I tried to kill the judge today. I wonder if those words are going to in any way come back to bite him. But here's the new footage. Maybe I was being a little prophetic, right? Those are words you don't want to say, and I think they will come back to bite him, because how can you play the insanity defense, make the statements that I don't remember anything, but then incriminate yourself with your intentions? But of course, I don't know what other way it's going to be all about. What happens when you're off your meds? Does that constitute insanity? I can't. I don't know enough about how this stuff works, but it's hard for me to imagine that would, and somehow get you off the hook for something like this. But the trial's coming up, and we'll cover it here. Thank you, Richard, for providing this information, and we'll keep you posted. With that, I'll let you go.